Good morning. Good morning. As we begin the commencement exercises for the class of 2025, please silence all cell phones and other digital devices. And now, friends, please stand as you are able for our invocation. Class of 2025, you have arrived at this time and place where your given and chosen families, friends, the spirit of your ancestors, and generations of Laurentians have gathered to bear witness to your achievement. As the singing group Sweet Honey in the Rock would say, you are your grandmother's prayers. You are your grandfather's dreamings. You are the breath of the ancestors. You are the spirit of the divine. And we celebrate you, class of 2025. So let us open our hearts to the spirit alive in this place. Please be with me in the spirit of prayer. Source of all wisdom, known by many names, heard in many voices, experienced through many traditions, we call on your presence with us this hour. Be with us as we bless the accomplishments of these young people, their growth in soul, body, and mind, the support of their families and friends, the roots they have put here, and the awesome and varied journeys they now undertake. With every uncertainty and season of suspense, eternal Spirit, assure us that nothing is wasted in your way, that every success and failure leads us to where and who we are supposed to be, and that every moment you are present with us is in love. In all the many ways that we journey with you, we come today speaking in the common tongue of gratitude, for our gratitude undergirds this celebratory moment. And so we thank you for the class of 2025. We thank you for faculty, staff, trustees, and alumni. The gift of their presence here for these graduates and the ways in which they have taught, guided, mentored, and shared their lives. Here we are in this place. Bachelor's and master's degrees will be conferred upon these Laurentians this day, and we are overcome with gratitude. Now, wondrous Spirit, as we celebrate accomplishment and transition, strengthen these graduates in the endeavors ahead. As they go from this place, help them to go bravely down the winding road, knowing that wherever it leads, they never walk alone. May it be so. May it be so. May it be so. Amen. Thank you, friends. Please be seated. The Laurentian singers will come at this time.
Thank you, Reverend Whitehead, and thank you, Laurentian singers. Good morning and welcome to the St. Lawrence University May 2025 Commencement Ceremony. Congratulations to our graduates. It is my pleasure and distinct honor to welcome our graduates and your guests to campus today for this auspicious occasion. Commencement is one of our proudest days on campus, and it's also a day that illustrates how far you have come together. Take a moment and look around you. This is the caring, hardworking, high-achieving, adventure-loving, open-hearted community that you have created. You inspire all of us, class of 2025. Over the past few weeks, it's been a real joy to celebrate your academic, creative, and athletic successes at a variety of events, presentations, and performances. And it's also been fun to catch glimpses of you just plain celebrating during Senior Week. Now, I know that you are going to cheer each other on today as each of you walks across this stage, and we're going to get right to the celebration of our graduates, and I'm going to give shout-outs to a few of you, and I know you will cheer each other on. And we're going to start with someone who I know will get lots of cheers, and that is Brandon Dixon. Brandon is a computer science major who did a summer internship at Datadog and has served as a tech mentor in the Peterson Quantitative Resource Center. For his senior project, he redesigned StatKey, an online tool for teaching statistics, continuing work started by his faculty sponsor, Assistant Professor Kevin Angstadt, class of 14, who helped to create the original tool as a student. Great work, Brandon. Next, I know you'll help me congratulate Maya McKeever. Maya is a double major in environmental studies and sociology. She presented 2 Festival Day projects, studied abroad in Japan, and worked summers at Niagara Falls State Park. Great work, Maya. I'm happy to shout out Nina Spinney, who's a political science major. Nina's on the pre-law track with minors in philosophy and sociology and is headed to the John Hay Estate at the Fells as a member services and event supervisor. Great work, Nina. Here is to computer science majors Anya Simic and Cooper Anderson. They have been invited to become the 9th and 10th employees at VOC in New Haven, Connecticut, continuing a pipeline forged by Professor Ed Harcourt and alum Jeff Baum. Great work. And how about Cody Belden, a biology and physics double major, president of the Society of Physics Students. Cody presented neuroscience research at the American Physical Society meeting this year and is beginning a PhD program at SUNY Upstate in the fall. Really good work. Someone who transferred into St. Lawrence as a sophomore is McKenna Alardi. Let's hear it for McKenna. She didn't waste a minute of time after she got to St. Lawrence. She's graduating as a double major in environmental studies and mathematics with a triple minor in Caribbean and Latin American studies, Spanish, and statistics. It was fun to cheer her on at the NCAA Cross Country Nationals last semester. McKenna is going to be attending American University to get a master's in sustainability management. Great work, McKenna. A couple of other student athletes to shout out. Nordic skier Emma Strack represented the Saints on the international stage, competing at the U23 World Championship in Italy for Team USA. What a great accomplishment. Then on the other side of our ski program, captain of the Alpine ski team, Kobe Villanueva, a mathematics and economics double major from Canada, was a national championship qualifier and earned a top 200 world ranking. Really great work. This next one, I don't know if she remembers, but I promised I would give her a shout out at commencement. Sarah Marchand. She got her 100th career point with the Skating Saints at this year's NCAA tournament out in Columbus, Ohio, when they beat Penn State. We wish Sarah luck as she kicks off her professional hockey career in Sweden next year. And then, leadership on campus has defined your class. There are 2 former Thelmo presidents who are graduating today. Let's hear it for Dean Brooker, a finance major and a member of the squash team, and Kimberly Bravo, an environmental studies and psychology double major who also served as president of La Sociedad. It was great to work with both of you in your roles as Thelmo presidents. Also, I want to recognize Alex Tidd, who is a senior admissions fellow. Not only that, but yesterday we commissioned Alex as a second lieutenant and Army aviation officer heading to Fort Novosel for flight school. I want to acknowledge that there are 11 seniors in the graduating class who completed the Peace Corps Prep Certificate this year. Among them is Katanu Mwenda. Katanu's an international student from Kenya who was the secretary and president of the African Student Union and co-chair of the Diversity and Inclusion Council. Also included in that group is Anna Fitzgerald. Anna focused on the education sector and completed her hands-on experience with Glory Be Nursery in Uganda during her Kenya semester program. Anna is also co-president of the class of 2025, along with her co-president, Izzy Reiniger, Secretary Darcy McDonough, and Treasurer Serena Lamontagne, and they organized an amazing senior week for all of you graduates. Let's give them a round of applause. And my final shout out is for Edmund Strandberg. He's an econ and data science major from Sweden, a member of the tennis team, a New York semester alum, and will be moving back to New York City for a fintech company after graduation. Great work, Eddie. Graduates, both individually and as a class, you have so much to be proud of. You've engaged in scholarship that's rigorous, personal, interdisciplinary, and bold. You've learned to respectfully share ideas across difference. You've pushed outside of your comfort zone and taken on new challenges on campus and beyond. You are the thoughtful, innovative, hardworking, clear-thinking researchers, creators, teachers, leaders, and citizens that our world needs. And you are ready. You are ready to take on the future, no matter if that's going into the workforce, to graduate school, to professional school, or a service program. Your presence today is a testament to the fact that you are ready. And now, let's take a moment for gratitude to the parents, family members, friends, faculty, staff who have cheered you on, offered guidance, and stood by you. Thank you. Graduates, I ask you to give all of those folks a round of applause for their role in your success today. And with that, it is now my pleasure to introduce Dean Allison Del Rossi, who will recognize our faculty and introduce our faculty speaker. Dean Del Rossi.
Thank you, President Morris. I'd like to take a moment to recognize our faculty. They have shared their wisdom, mentorship, and dedication and helped to shape their students into the graduates we celebrate today. Faculty, would you please rise as you are able so we may thank you for the many ways you've challenged and supported our graduates. We all deserve your much-deserved thanks for your devotion to St. Lawrence. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce the class of 2025 faculty speaker, Professor of Education, Jeff Frank. Since joining the university in 2014, Dr. Frank has become deeply respected for the clarity and care he brings to both his teaching and scholarship. He has twice been selected by students for the O&D Young Outstanding Faculty Award and regularly develops new courses, mentors student research, and supports independent studies. He was the inaugural director of the Center for Innovation in Teaching and Assessment and chairs our education department. His research in the philosophy of education has been cited in the New York Times and shared on international stages, including a recent keynote address at the John Dewey Center in Switzerland. Here on our campus, Dr. Frank has been central to some inspiring and important work over the past year as faculty director for the Commission on Laurentian Values and Building a Resilient Community. The Cross-Divisional Commission worked to develop educational and extracurricular programming designed to build skills for dialogue across difference, respect, and community accountability rooted in our Laurentian values. Dr. Frank's work invites us to think not just about what we learn, but about who we become through learning, and prompts us to stay true to our ideals as we navigate complex times. Dr. Frank.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, President Morris, for inviting me to address the class of 2025, and thank you, Dean Del Rossi, for the kind introduction. Congratulations, graduates. It's an honor to share this day with you. I love St. Lawrence. In a world that is becoming more virtual and impersonal, we have each other. We have this beautiful campus and our extended Laurentian community that cares so much about this place. In a world that can feel more uncertain and more confusing with each passing day, SLU is a true north, a place with a mission and core values that you can set your moral compass to. In these turbulent and challenging times, it can feel like we are left with only two options, fight or flight. And this is part of our problem. Our phones and devices constantly flood us with images and information. Often overwhelmed by this, we react, rather than responding from a place of our deepest values. Some of us shut down, while others of us allow mockery and cruelty to replace thoughtfulness and moral seriousness. Fight or flight causes us to lose our way. But we are free to act otherwise. We don't have to react. We don't have to think in the terms set by the noisiest and most influential voices. A liberal education is about freedom. It is about discerning who you are and choosing how you want to live your life. The mission of St. Lawrence University is to provide an inspiring and demanding education in the liberal arts to students selected for their seriousness of purpose and intellectual promise. SLU's mission calls us to take your promise and your purpose seriously and to cultivate that promise and that purpose with passion and devotion. My greatest joy as a professor is witnessing a student as they realize that they are stronger and more capable than they had previously imagined. This is what your St. Lawrence education did for you. It frees you to do your best work. It inspires you to do what you didn't think was possible. It demands that you live up to your tremendous potential. As I thought about what I wanted to talk with you about today, I kept coming back to the key values that emerged from the Commission on Laurentian Values and Resilient Community. Those values are listen, respect, engage. Listen. In our busy and our accelerating age, it can be difficult to hear what we were each put on this planet to accomplish. Our devices allow us to run from silence, but it is often in silence that the truth emerges. Just think back to the first weeks on this campus. I'm sure many of you were sitting in the silence of your dorm rooms thinking, who am I? What am I going to do here? What is my purpose here at St. Lawrence? No one, as you realize, can answer those questions for you, and you'll be lost if you don't learn how to befriend silence, listening to that still, small voice inside each one of you. Don't let yourself be manipulated by misinformation, influencers, and the loudest, angriest voices. Claim your freedom by listening for the truth, trusting that truth often shows up in the least expected places. None of us knows ourselves as well as we think we do. None of us knows as much as we think we know. So take the risk of listening. Let yourself be surprised by the world, by other people, and most importantly, by your own talents and your own potential. Respect. Just as you are working hard to discern your purpose and your path, so is everyone else around you. And this is where respect comes in. We are all, thank goodness, very different from one another. Though at times it may feel like life would be easier if we all felt or thought or believed the same things, life would be tremendously dull without our diversity. Respect is the art of living in appreciation of our differences. At SLU, our diversity makes us stronger. Just look at our graduating class. Though you're all Laurentians, the diversity of your talents and backgrounds is staggering and a cause for real celebration. Engage. In the classes I teach, I have students who are the first in their family to go to college and students with grandparents and siblings who went to St. Lawrence. I have athletes, I have artists, I have students who came to SLU from down the street and from across the globe. Students who think they have nothing in common learn that they share a passion. Students build bridges of interest, affection, and friendship. Though we may take our community for granted here at St. Lawrence, engaging across difference is our superpower. Make it your superpower. As the world retreats into echo chambers and silos, remember to engage across difference. SLU forced you out of your comfort zone, and this allowed you to gain a deeper understanding of who you are and what your purpose is. Don't run from or attack our fundamental human diversity. Engage with it, knowing that building bridges of interest, affection, and friendship make us stronger and more resilient. You each answered the call to come to SLU, to embrace the adventure of your liberal arts education. The world needs more adventurers, people with the courage to set their moral compass to the true north values of listen, respect, and engage. SLU has done its best to cultivate your intellectual promise and seriousness of purpose. It's your turn to take over that work. Embrace your promise. Cultivate your purpose. Keep learning. Keep engaging. I can't predict the future, but I can say with almost absolute confidence, given the wonderful St. Lawrence students I've worked with over these past 4 years, that you are going to do tremendous work in the future. You all give me tremendous hope. Though no Laurentian is the same, thank goodness, each of you has been prepared to make your individual mark on the world. Make your mark, setting your moral compass to the true north of the values you learned here, values that the world needs now more than ever. When you feel overwhelmed or lost, draw on these values and do the good that only you can do. Listen to your still small voice. Respect and appreciate the fact that we are different from one another, and engage the world with curiosity, interest, and wonder. I can't promise that doing any of this will make your life any easier, but I know it will help you lead a life that you will be proud of, and it will make our world a better place. Congratulations again, class of 2025. Let me be the first to thank you in advance for all the good that you are going to do, all the light that you're going to bring into our world. Thank you again, and good luck.
Thank you, Professor Frank, for your wise words for our graduates. Next, we will hear from a pair of student speakers. I will introduce them both together, and they will come to the podium in turn for their remarks. We will hear from Izzy Reiniger, who is a double major in political science and environmental studies with a minor in education. She hails from Rowley, Massachusetts. Izzy is a member of the AmeriCorps Campus Climate Action Corps and member and secretary at Commons College. For her Festival Day project, Izzy explored the intersection of culture and environmental conservation in New Zealand's Abel Tasman National Park. After we hear from Izzy, we'll hear from our senior orator, Pedro Yupa Angamarca, who will deliver the Joan Donovan Speech Contest winning address. A native of Queens, New York, Pedro is a higher education opportunity program scholar and a first-generation Latina majoring in political science and minoring in global studies. He was a HEOP student member the summer after first year and has since held several internships, including in the House of Representatives with the Congressional Hispanic Caucus Institute, working for Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. So please welcome in turn Izzy and then Pedro.
Good morning, everyone. President Morris, trustees, faculty, staff, family, friends, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. Class of 2025, congratulations. It is an incredible honor to be standing up here with you today as we celebrate everything that brought us to this moment. You made these past 4 years unforgettable. Before anything else, I want to take a moment to thank everyone who helped us get here. Thank you to the faculty and staff, safety and security, health services, maintenance, dining staff, and every person who worked behind the scenes to make our years at SLU so meaningful. Your dedication does not go unnoticed, and we are truly grateful. To our families, friends, mentors, thank you for your constant love, encouragement, and belief in us. We wouldn't be here without you. Can you believe we made it? The dead of winter feels like just yesterday. The trees were still bare, the ground was frozen, and everything around us felt dull and lifeless. We were burnt out academically, and summer felt impossibly far away. This year, Canton winter held on especially tight, which somehow made the end of the semester sneak up faster than any of us expected. And now, just as we're getting ready to leave SLU for the very last time, campus is in full bloom. It's more beautiful than ever. The trees that were once gray and lifeless are suddenly bursting with color. If you stop and listen, you could hear 3 birds singing at once. There's something deeply bittersweet about the fact that everything is coming alive just as we're preparing to say goodbye. The trees budding, the flowers blooming, they're just beginning as we're ending one of the most meaningful chapters of our lives. In one sense, it's ironic, but in another, it's a gentle reminder. Growth continues, even in the wake of a hard goodbye. If you had told me on move-in day freshman year that I'd be standing here giving a speech, I probably would have laughed in your face, or more likely, thrown up. I never imagined I'd have the confidence to do something like this. Nothing could have prepared me for the kind of growth I was about to experience over the next 4 years. I still vividly remember sitting on a rock outside of my freshman dorm, crying on the phone to my mom and Googling how soon is too soon to drop out of college. That was about a week in. I never could have predicted that this place, the one I wanted to leave so badly, would become the very hardest place to say goodbye to. I remember my first Canton winter, my first 8 a.m. walk to class with a foot of snow already on the ground and more falling. I asked my sister, who I watched graduate from here 9 years ago, if classes had ever been canceled for weather. She told me they never had. Then, just a few months ago, we experienced something historic, a no classes Monday text. Some of us were at the Hoot on the Saturday night of mid-semester break when the news came through. Others were outside having snowball fights at the townies. The Hoot erupted. People were high-fiving, hugging, and cheering, and it was the first time in decades that classes had been canceled for snow, and we got to experience it together. This day, graduation, always seemed like something far off in the distance, not something that would actually arrive. After all, if that first week felt like an eternity, how could the years have gone by so fast? But no matter how many teary-eyed seniors tried to warn us during their own final springs, nothing prepares you for how quickly it all goes. And now, somehow, it's our turn. The past few weeks have been full of lots of laughs. The last time I'll do this, the last time I'll be here with these people, the final Tuesday blues, the final Sunday mornings made easier by Dana brunch debriefs, the final walks along the river with friends. All those small, ordinary moments we didn't realize we were taking for granted until we were living them for the last time. Because in the end, it's those everyday moments that made our time here so meaningful. That's the kind of morning none of us can really prepare for. Because we're not just leaving a school, we're saying goodbye to the people we chose to surround ourselves with, to a place that's become home, and to a version of ourselves that only exists here. But as we move forward, we carry all of this with us, the people, the memories, and the growth, as a foundation for whatever comes next. So, to the class of 2025, what we've grown here has strong roots. As we go off in different directions, I hope we carry this place with us. We grew here, together, even through long winters, literal and otherwise. And wherever we land next, may we continue to grow, connect, and build something just as meaningful. Thank you for being my people, my home, and my greatest reminder that even the coldest seasons eventually give way to spring. Congratulations, class of 2025. We did it.
Good morning. To be here today is a barrier broken. My family is in the audience, and for many of them, this is their first time attending college graduation. I come from a neighborhood in Queens, New York called Corona, not the glossy skyline version everyone knows, but I carry with me the heartbeat of neighborhoods like Astoria, Elmhurst, Flushing, Jackson Heights, Sunnyside, Woodside, and many more. These neighborhoods were built by immigrants, where English is a second language and struggle are first reality. Where you can hear 10 languages on one block and still feel one shared urgency to survive, to belong, to advance. Whether or not you know these places doesn't matter. What matters is that places like these exist in every corner of this country, and people from those places deserve to see themselves up here as well. And I bring those places with me today, not just in memory, but in purpose. Because for many of us, programs like the Higher Education Opportunity Program and the Presidential Diversity Scholarship didn't just help pay tuition. They helped pay rent. They helped keep the lights on. They helped keep our families afloat. These weren't just investments in students. They were investments in neighborhoods, in households, and in hope. St. Lawrence wouldn't be St. Lawrence without us. Now without the HIAP students, now without the PDS students, now without the international students, the first-gen students, now without the faculty who challenge and inspire us, now without the staff who keep this campus running, those who prepare our meals, maintain our spaces, and support our well-being, the administrators who strive to guide this institution forward, the alumni who paved the way and continue to support us, and now without every individual who contributes to the fabric of our community. St. Lawrence is all of us, students, educators, workers, leaders, and dreamers. Together, we are the fabric of what it means to be a Laurentian. Scarlet and brown have never looked so bold. SLU gave me everything, and I gave it all of me. It gave me lifelong friends I now call family. It gave me the chance to sit in classrooms where I wasn't always comfortable, but always growing. It gave me professors who didn't just teach, they challenged, pushed, which sometimes frustrated me, but it always made me better. It gave me opportunities to travel to countries that I never thought I'd see and have access to one of the strongest alumni networks I've ever witnessed. But if all we do today is celebrate individual success, then we've missed the point. Because our worth isn't just in the degrees we hold, but in what we do with them. It's easier to celebrate the one student who made it out than to ask why the door was closed for everyone else. It's easier to highlight the exception than to demand equity for the many. But we cannot build a better world on exceptions. We build them on movements, on communities that lift each other, not systems that leave most behind. We don't need another generation chasing wealth like it's salvation. We don't need no more billionaires who profit off exploitation. We need a new definition of success. Because let's be honest, no one makes $1 billion. You take $1 billion, you extract it, you underpay workers, you exploit hardworking Americans. It would take over 10,000 years for the average worker to earn just $1 billion. No one needs that much, and none of us should want it. Because if your success only serves you and leaves everyone behind, then it's not real success. So I'm not here to inspire dreams of private jets. I'm here to inspire dreams of public good. Let's reject the gospel of greed, and let's start preaching something else. Action over apathy, compassion over cruelty, empathy over exploitation, hope over hatred, people over profit. We must leave behind the mindset of my land, my rights, my liberty, and embrace our land, our rights, our future. Not me alone, but we together. That's what I've learned these last 4 years, that no success means anything if it doesn't multiply, that knowledge means little if it doesn't serve the people, or that learning means little if it doesn't make us more human. Knowledge must not only liberate minds, but also liberate people, because liberation isn't found in self-interest, it's found in collective action. And when you prioritize people, you build a world worth living in. But when you prioritize profits, you build a world you have to survive. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido, which means the people united will never be defeated. I grew up hearing this chant in protests, shouted by voices tired of being silenced. But now I carry it with me, not as a slogan, but as a promise. So to my business and finance bros, and to the rest of you, I urge you to think beyond yourself, to prioritize people over profits. I don't stand here as someone who made it. I stand here as someone who was carried by family, by community, by struggle. And now it is our turn to carry others. So I say to all of us now, let's dream bigger than billionaires. Let's dream of liberation. Let's dream of a world free of apartheid and evil. Let's dream of justice. Let's dream of a future that doesn't just include you, but includes all of us. And when the dreaming is done, let's wake up together and build it. Starting tonight, starting with us. Thank you.
Many thanks to both Izzy and Pedro. Izzy, your words describe the mixed emotions of this day, and class of 2025, I hope your sense of accomplishment outweighs the sadness of saying goodbye, and remember that you're always welcome back at your alma mater. And thank you, Pedro, for your powerful reminder that as Laurentians, We have the power to make a big impact on our communities and the world. As we continue to recognize students, we will next present to a graduating senior the Jeffrey H. Boyd Class of '78 Prize. Established by the Board of Trustees in 2018 on the occasion of Chair of the Board of Trustees Jeff Boyd's retirement, this award recognizes the overall accomplishments exemplifying leadership on campus made during the college career of a graduating senior. It's also a surprise, so the person receiving this award doesn't know that it's about to happen. This year's recipient of the Jeffrey H. Boyd Class of '78 Leadership Prize is someone who has earned a reputation as, quote, a kind, ambitious, quiet leader who is admired by students and faculty alike. A double major in statistics and computer science with a minor in mathematics. This student maintained a very high GPA while taking advantage of the full range of the liberal arts experience by enrolling in at least one course in the humanities every single semester. Professors describe this student as intellectually fearless, collaborative, and generous in helping others succeed. Beyond the classroom, this student built spaces for others to thrive. Now, here's where the clues about this student get a little stronger. She founded the Women in Math and Computer Science Club and organized events that foster connection and confidence in fields where many students haven't always felt at home. She also helped to organize our Math and Everything event, welcoming young women from regional high schools to learn more about STEM. As a peer mentor at the Peterson Quantitative Resource Center, she made challenging subjects more accessible through workshops, review sessions, and one-on-one tutoring. One student said, quote, she's helped me to understand a wide range of concepts. Her enthusiasm to teach others is unmatched. She studied abroad in Japan, where she interned for a tech firm in Kyoto, while immersing herself fully in a new culture. She's been a teaching assistant, a student leader, a yoga instructor, a fundraiser, an event planner, a bridge builder. In the words of her nominators, quote, we believe she is a paragon of the St. Lawrence liberal arts education. It is with pride and gratitude that I now invite Chair of the Board, Jennifer Curley-Reichert, to join me in welcoming and recognizing the 2025 recipient of the Jeffrey H. Boyd Class of '78 Leadership Prize, Lily Kendall. Lily, will you please join us? Each year, St. Lawrence University recognizes outstanding contributions to the life of the North Country through the university's North Country Citation. It's now my privilege to introduce Trustee Kathleen Colson to present the North Country Citation.
Stephanie Radcliffe, please stand. President Morris, I have the honor to present Stephanie Radcliffe, recipient of the 2025 North Country Citation. Dean Del Rossi, will you offer the citation?
President Morris, I have the honor of introducing Stephanie Radcliffe for the North Country Citation of 2025. Please permit me to explain her qualifications. Stephanie Ratcliffe, as Executive Director of the Wild Center, you have helped redefine what it means for a museum to serve its community, not just as a place of learning, but as a living, breathing hub of innovation, education, and environmental stewardship. Since the center's opening in 2006, your vision has guided it to national recognition as a model for sustainable design, climate action, and place-based science. Under your leadership, the Wild Walk and the Climate Solutions exhibit have inspired visitors of all ages to imagine a future where people and nature thrive together. But your impact doesn't stop at the edge of the Adirondacks. You built a climate education model that has been replicated in over 180 youth summits around the world. You've brought students to international forums like the UN climate conferences in Paris and Scotland. And you've remained a mentor and tireless advocate for the next generation of changemakers. As a parent, professional, and leader, you embody the values we hold most dear at St. Lawrence: curiosity, compassion, and a deep commitment to making a difference. Stephanie Ratcliffe, in recognition of your exceptional contributions to our community and beyond, we extend our deepest gratitude. Your visionary stewardship continues to shape minds, communities, and landscapes alike. And today, we invite you to receive the North Country Citation. Trustee Coulson.
Stephanie Ratcliffe, your service to the region merits the admiration and respect of the St. Lawrence University community. On behalf of our trustees, faculty, staff, and students, I invite you to accept the North Country Citation.
Good morning. Thank you for this incredible honor. St. Lawrence University holds a special place in the heart of the North Country. And to be recognized by this community that I care about so much, it is a tremendous honor. Thank you again. Thank you, President. At the Wild Center, I've had the privilege of working alongside many dedicated people who believe, as I do, that the strength of a region lies in how we care for one another and how we care for the natural world we are part of. That sense of connection to place, to people, to nature, is the foundation of any thriving community. As all of you step into what's next, I hope you'll remember, communities don't just happen, they're built. They're woven together through your openness to support others and to allow others to support you. That mutual dependency isn't a weakness. It's the fabric that holds us together. And the same is true as our relationship with nature. We depend on the earth, its forest, its waters, its rhythms, and it depends on the care we give in return. So wherever you go, be a builder of community. Nurture your relationships with each other and with the natural world that surrounds and sustains us. And in the tough times, because they will come, it will be those human and natural connections that will carry you through. Thank you again for this extraordinary honor, and I'm grateful, so grateful to be here with all of you today and celebrate this moment. Thank you.
Congrats again, Stephanie. At commencement each year, St. Lawrence honors those individuals who have, through their lives and work, made such outstanding contributions to their communities, to the university, and to the world, that their achievements merit our highest accolade, the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. This year, it is our very great privilege to recognize Trustee Emeritus and Board Chair Emeritus Mike Ranger, whose leadership, generosity, and deep loyalty to St. Lawrence have shaped this university in lasting ways. Mike, your partnership and service continue to be vital to the university's liberal arts mission and serve as a touchstone for generations of Laurentians. You are the very definition of a Laurentian for life. I'd like to invite Chair Emeritus Jeff Boyd to present the honorary degree to Mike Ranger.
Mike, please come to the center of the stage. President Morris, I have the honor to present Mike Ranger for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Dean Del Rossi, would you offer the honorary degree?
Mike Ranger, a graduate of St. Lawrence University, class of 1980, and a proud Laurentian parent, your distinguished career and enduring connection to your alma mater has been an immense source of pride for the university. Your professional path has taken you from banking and private equity to executive leadership, where your steady hand and strategic insight have guided complex organizations. But here at St. Lawrence, you are known and deeply appreciated for something even more meaningful, your steadfast commitment to this community. Since first joining the Board of Trustees in 1993, you have helped guide St. Lawrence through pivotal chapters of growth and change. As board chair, your leadership was marked by wisdom, clarity, and a tireless focus on the student experience. You asked thoughtful questions, held high standards, and always reminded us to keep the mission of liberal arts education at the heart of our work. Your commitment extends beyond our campus, from educational nonprofits to healthcare institutions. Your board service reflects a life guided by purpose and generosity. As a Laurentian parent, you've also seen this university through the eyes of your son, Alex, class of 2017. And we know how deeply you believe in the transformative potential of a St. Lawrence education. Mike, your leadership, integrity, and unwavering support have left a permanent mark on this university. With the utmost pride and admiration, we invite you to receive the university's highest honor, Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. President Morris.
By the authority vested in me by the Regents of the University of the State of New York, and with the concurrence of the faculty and Board of Trustees of St. Lawrence University, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining to this degree. Congratulations. We should probably pose for it.
Thank you, President Morris. Thank you, Chair Emeritus Boyd. Before I get started, I'm going to make a reference to who my academic advisor was in college. And I left names out of references in here because I didn't think they mattered too much to the class of 2025. And then I made the connection that, in fact, my academic advisor was one Dr. Robert Wells, whose grandson, Bobby, is in this class, and son and hockey coach, Chris Wells, is here as well. So I want to make that reference and a good shout out to them. All right, let's get started. June 1st, 1980, I occupied a seat, much like yours, but on the floor of Appleton Arena to receive a BA from St. Lawrence University and complete my college experience. Like many of you, I had a transcendent experience over my 4 years at St. Lawrence. At that moment in 1980, in Appleton, listening to recently elected U.S. Senator Daniel Patrick Moynihan speak about the need for a meaningful non-proliferation nuclear arms agreement with the Soviet Union, sounds pretty relevant today, doesn't it? And its impact in the 1980 presidential election. All I felt was dread. What most concerned me at that moment was the fact that I had not really slept in many days, had just experienced a most successful and rousing senior week. So simple survival of the ceremony was my goal. Does that sound familiar to anyone here this morning? Good, so I will be brief. Many commencement addresses are focused on how-tos, things like how to have a successful career, find happiness, influence world peace, and such. Fortunately, I'll be doing none of that. My lived experiences since graduating 45 years ago are more historical than relevant. For example, all the New York City financial firms for which I worked no longer exist, not one. So fortunately, no life advice from me given that track record. So instead, I will focus on our shared St. Lawrence experience and what it has meant to me and how it shaped who I am. We have all heard the expression of a soulmate, as in one will find a soulmate in their lives that will be the perfect fit and will help shape who you are. Recently, I came across the concept of a soul place, defined that place that makes you feel in a very different, particular, and positive way, more important than anything else. A place that makes you feel fulfilled, more grateful, more optimistic, more included, and maybe just more human. Many times it is a place such as an ocean beach, an Adirondack lake, the St. Lawrence River, a garden, or just being connected to nature. For me, St. Lawrence University is that place, the soul place. Clearly, it is physically attractive in its own unique setting nestled in the North Country. All this natural beauty is great. But what is most powerful for me as a soul place is the strong sense of community and the close human bonds we all create and foster as Laurentians. When you really stop to think about it, the foundation of everything you need to flourish and prosper is here with you today in Newell Fieldhouse. Your parents and family, beloved faculty members, coaches and administrators, your friends and classmates, and a network of alumni represented here today by Alumni Council and trustees on the stage here with me. The ingredients have not only been well chosen, but have been perfected over time to produce this special force you take with you as you evolve from undergraduate to a Laurentian for life. My experience was filled with a series of adventures, choices, and wonder that fostered curiosity, the willingness to thrill to challenges, and to build strong relationships. All in the purpose of doing as well as I could, but I have carried a mantra in my head throughout my life of doing well but not at the expense of others. I have worked on this every day of my entire life. Late September, my senior year, my academic advisor, one Robert Wells, met me to advise me not to pursue law school. Shocked, and I asked why, he responded, "Your attention to detail is not very detailed." Time for a plan B. A few weeks later, a St. Lawrence alumnus was on campus to interview students for an internship at a New York City investment bank. It worked out and I joined 4 classmates for a month in New York City. That month-long growing experience gave me the confidence to pursue working and living in New York City, which in fact was a big deal and put me squarely outside my comfort zone, having been born and raised in Buffalo. After an on-campus interview with another St. Lawrence alumnus, I was invited to a day of final interviews for a bank executive training program. Late February of senior year, I flew to New York City for those final interviews and went to check into the now defunct Biltmore Hotel on Madison Avenue, only to find I needed a credit card to do so. I had never had such a thing. It was 10 p.m. and I needed a next step. So I walked out to Madison Avenue and contemplated who I could call at this hour and how would a classmate's father respond to a call at this time of night. Then I saw a familiar figure walking down Madison Avenue. I do this for time and place and era. What I saw was this familiar figure walking down Madison Avenue dressed in a wool topcoat, suit and tie, a hat, and smoking a pipe. It was none other than Sarge Whittier, St. Lawrence class of 1957, and current VP of Development at SLU. "Mike, what are you doing here?" I explained the situation. He said he was in New York for St. Lawrence business and staying at the Williams Club a few blocks away, and he has an extra bed in his room to which I am welcome. I was offered and accepted the job the following day. This was the beginning of a 40-year career in finance in New York. Thank you, Sarge Whittier. You see that in so many ways, St. Lawrence launched this opportunity and traveled with me on this journey. I believe in hindsight, my most worthwhile and interesting experiences have occurred in involvement with non-work endeavors. My first experience was joining the St. Lawrence Board of Trustees in 1993, where I learned governance, collaboration, mission, shared purpose, and true caring for an institution. This allowed me to have a fuller life with meaningful purpose and participation experiences. What a gift from SLU, and all I had to do was say yes. Now lastly, my classmates. Almost 50 years of friendships that have seen countless weddings, dinners, parties, travel, hiking, advice, encouragement, idea sharing, memorial services, and just so much fun. Our 15 members Zoomed helped us get through COVID. Each other's successes and happiness have brought joy to all of us. What a support group it has been. What stands out the most is the impact that my classmates have had in endeavors away from their careers and that improved institutions and communities. There's a beautiful stained glass window in Gunnison Chapel that is inscribed with, "Enter to learn, go forth to serve." You have it in you as Laurentians to fulfill this promise and move forward from this very special place. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2025.
Congratulations again, Mike, and thank you for your words for our graduates. So we just conferred an honorary degree, and now it is time to confer the degrees for all of our graduates. Congratulations again, 2025. Dean Allison Del Rossi will present the class.
Will the candidates for master's degrees please rise as you are able? President Morris, the faculty of St. Lawrence University, with the concurrence of the Board of Trustees, has approved for graduation those persons meeting the requirements for the Master of Arts in Leadership degree. On behalf of the faculty, I recommend that upon certification of all degree requirements being completed, these candidates be awarded their diplomas.
By and with the authority vested in me by the Regents of the University of the State of New York and by the trustees of St. Lawrence University and subject to certification of all degree requirements, I confer upon you the degree Master of Arts in Leadership with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
May I ask the ushers to bring forward the master's degree candidates by row, and may I ask the audience to hold applause until all candidates have been recognized. Marissa Rose Fortuna. George D. Gowdy. Nicole Francis Jeffrey. Mia Casca Hickey. Alyssa M. McLeod. Noah Murphy. John P. O'Connor. Travis Roby. Carolyn S. Robinson. Mackenzie Ann Soper. Ann Clements Warren. St. Lawrence University awards two types of baccalaureate degrees, the Bachelor of Arts and the Bachelor of Science degree. On behalf of the faculty, I will ask each group of candidates to rise as you are able and be certified independently. We will award degrees however, in alphabetical order, regardless of type of degree. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degrees please rise as you are able? President Morris, the faculty of St. Lawrence University, with the concurrence of the Board of Trustees, has approved for graduation those persons meeting the requirements for their Bachelor of Arts degree. On behalf of the faculty, I recommend that upon certification of all degree requirements being completed, these candidates be awarded their diplomas.
By and with the authority vested in me by the Regents of the University of the State of New York and by the trustees of St. Lawrence University, subject to certification of all degree requirements, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Arts with all of the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Thank you, President Morris. The Bachelor of Arts candidates may be seated. May I ask the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degrees to rise as you are able. President Morris, the faculty of St. Lawrence University, with the concurrence of the Board of Trustees, has approved for graduation those persons meeting the requirements for the Bachelor of Science degree. On behalf of the faculty, I recommend that upon certification of all degree requirements being completed, these candidates be awarded their diplomas. By and with the authority vested in me by the Regents of the University of the State of New York and by the trustees of St. Lawrence University, subject to certification of all degree requirements, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Science with all of the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations. Thank you again, President Morris. The Bachelor of Science candidates may be seated. I now introduce Professor of Mathematics, Dr. Dan Look, and Associate Professor of Communications, Dr. Ali Rowland, to read the names of the graduates as they cross the stage. May I ask the ushers to bring forward the baccalaureate degree candidates by row, and may I ask the audience to hold applause until all candidates have been recognized.
Evelyn Albrecht, cum laude. Sama Abdul Karim Ali, cum laude. McKenna M. Alardi, cum laude. Matthias Edward Allman. Louis Anderson. Michael C. Anderson, cum laude. Will D. Arquette, cum laude. Joel Asari. Charles J. Augustine. Seth Adam Bailey, magna cum laude. Aveen Bages, magna cum laude. Henry Baker. Nicholas William Tripp Baker, magna cum laude. Rory B. Baker. William Thomas Baker, cum laude. Remick Bakey, magna cum laude. Oscar G. Baldwin. Ishtvan Balag, magna cum laude. Carter A.W. Banks. Lucille Barito. Marquez Barmore. Ryan D. Barrett, cum laude. Robert W. Bartlett. Jack O. Bartley. Ruby Bashant, magna cum laude. Samartha Singh Basniat, cum laude. Jackman S. Beiruther. Andrew Kenton Pizzuro, cum laude. Charles M. Beams. Taylor Murphy Beidler, cum laude. Cody R. Belden, magna cum laude. Kaya M. Belial, cum laude. James Warren Berry. Sophia A. Berryhill, cum laude. Tanner J. Bessett, magna cum laude, honors in statistics. Jacob M. Beer. Kennedy J. Beer, magna cum laude, honors in mathematics. Nathan E. Bignan. Oliver B. Bakazi Green, magna cum laude. Melina Blazonis. Abigail Haley Bloom, magna cum laude. James Sullivan Bocock, cum laude. Sarah Bordasol. Sasha Ashley Botero, cum laude. Rachel Boudreau, cum laude. Timothy Boyce, cum laude. Jocelyn Louise Bradle, cum laude. Karsten T. Braun, cum laude. Kimberly Nicole Bravo, cum laude. Jared M. Brenner. Dean Brooker, cum laude. Emerson Marks Brott. Charlotte Edblum Brown, cum laude. Elizabeth Finn Brown, magna cum laude. Eden Farrell Bruning, cum laude. Philip Bruna. Elizabeth Halstead Brune. Drake A. Bergen, cum laude. Evan Jeffrey Burke, cum laude. Natasha Burns. Juliana Caballero, magna cum laude. Justine Jean Cabinet.
Lauren Catherine Cahill, cum laude. Grace Collinon. Benedetto Calero, cum laude. Sophia Eileen Camilleri, cum laude. Elizabeth T. Camp, cum laude. John A. Capizzi, magna cum laude. Henry F. Kerrigan. McKenna Carroll. James J. Carey. Emma Casey, magna cum laude. Darlene Kazarin Birios. Mia Isabella Sensi, magna cum laude. Philip Chaplow, cum laude. Hannah Paige Charlebois, magna cum laude. Elizabeth M. Charney. Patrick R. Chase, magna cum laude. Darren Chen. Elizabeth A. Cheney. Kazembe Kanankala Chibwe, magna cum laude. Sezin Chinko Joyeva, cum laude. Andrew Chickadee. Chloe Catherine Coberly, magna cum laude. Thomas G. Coleman. William Yoon Sang Compron, cum laude. Patrick Condon, cum laude. Timothy J. Connor, magna cum laude. Brianna Nicole Conaway. Milo Kuhlman, cum laude. Zachary T. Corsi. Anya Cortasso Pintos. Megan C. Costin Shaw, cum laude. Chaucer A. Countryman, cum laude. Andrew L. Cowan, cum laude. Anna Coyne, magna cum laude, honors in performance and communication arts. Andrew Cullen, cum laude. Aoife Crosby Curry, diploma presented by Aoife's parents, Kathy Crosby, Associate Professor of Psychology, and Grant Curry, retiree of Information Technology. Kelly Daly Cushing, cum laude. James Scott Cutler, cum laude. Matthew T. Dayhill, cum laude. Irene Damiani. Lucien Diaversa. Reed L. Demain. Hugh H. Dempsey. Robert David Denman III. Alexandra S. Dent, magna cum laude, honors in digital media and film, and honors in art and art history. Sean Michael Desjardins, cum laude. Cameron M. Dillard. Gemma Demento, magna cum laude. Michael A. DiStefano. Catherine M. Dockham. Madeline K. Dolge, cum laude. Promise Dorsey Butler. Molly Jane Doyle. Paige E. Doyle, magna cum laude. Alix F. Duplessis, magna cum laude. Delaney G. Durant, magna cum laude. Jenna B. Durkin, magna cum laude. Sally F. Eggers, magna cum laude.
Jessie May Eisenhut. Adele Louise Elgalernter, magna cum laude. Sadie L. Everett. Genevieve Rose Victoria Farr. Brennan W. Farney, cum laude. Jack Carol Fay, magna cum laude. Emily Rose Felton. Matthew Furland, cum laude. Kaylee Ferrafino. Carolyn Vandewater Ferrulo. Anna Abigail Fitzgerald. Michael T. Fitzgerald, cum laude. Thomas D. Flanagan. Olivia Michelle Fong, magna cum laude, honors in psychology. Jenna B. Ford, cum laude. Samuel C. Fosberg, cum laude. Nicole L. Franco, magna cum laude. Bridget Gable, magna cum laude. Amanda Marlene Gagne, magna cum laude, honors in music. Catherine L. Gardner, magna cum laude. Charles W. Gartner, magna cum laude. Jack Galter, cum laude. Alexandra Catherine Gay. Daniel P. George, magna cum laude. Allison Brooke Germain, magna cum laude. Berenice Gervasio. Conrad Max Gesner. Nicholas D. Jardina. Gabrielle Gobin. Julia J. Goodwin, magna cum laude. Carminia Goya, magna cum laude. Benjamin Dennis Graham. Brianna Strauss Grant, cum laude. Sadie M. Gravel. Nora K. Graves. Peter E. Gressler. Leabeth R. Gerard, magna cum laude. Madeline O. Haynes, cum laude. Dylan Thomas Hall. Kaylin R. Hammond, magna cum laude. Owen J. Hample. Eliza K. Hand, cum laude. Ian J. Hansen, cum laude. Poppy Elizabeth Hansen. Leif Alstead Harvey, magna cum laude, honors in computer science. Bridget Ellen Hastings, cum laude. Joyce Chatham Heffernan. Megan E. Hendrickson, magna cum laude. Madison I. Hicks, magna cum laude. John Gordon Hill Edgar, cum laude. Sarah N. Hirsch Buell, cum laude. Calvin Hoder. Perrin G. Holmberg, cum laude. Alexandria R. Hopkins. Andrew Robert Horn, cum laude. Alexandra M. Howard, cum laude.
Mitchell James Hoyt. Jack N. Halsey, magna cum laude, honors in computer science. William Harold Hunter, cum laude. Abby J. Hustler, cum laude. Michael J. Hutchins, magna cum laude. John Igo, Jr. Ignacio K. Inseraldi, magna cum laude, honors in anthropology. Tiana R. Jacobs, magna cum laude. Aaron M. James, magna cum laude, honors in performance and communication arts. Performations. Lucas J. Jenkin, magna cum laude. Jasmine E. A. Jenkins. Amelia Ravel Martino Johnson, magna cum laude. Vivian G. Johnson, magna cum laude, honors in data science. E. Artemis Jokowski Kaprulu. Henry F. Holka. Christina Diane Jutras, cum laude. Aaron Kalustian, magna cum laude. Brendan E. Caradinas, magna cum laude, honors in data science. Alexander C. Kargas, magna cum laude, honors in philosophy. Liam Miles Kavanaugh, cum laude. Luke G. Keating. Grace Elizabeth Keenan, magna cum laude. James B. Kellogg. Kenneth C. Kellogg. Diploma presented by Kenneth's parent, Kirk Kellogg, trustee. Hannah Marjorie Kelly, magna cum laude. Robert Jackson Kelly IV, magna cum laude. Cole R. Kennedy. Ella F. Kimberly, magna cum laude. Kyle W. Kipto. Alexandra Knowles. Madison P. Costas, cum laude. Simon Benjamin Katarski. August Katula, cum laude. Jennifer Prather Kruger, magna cum laude, honors in mathematics. Tate S. Kuiper. Jordan Louine Colby, cum laude. Serena Lamontagne. Gregory Lapointe. Brian J. LaRue. Brooke K. Larrabee, cum laude. Diploma presented by Brooke's parent, Beth Larrabee, Senior Associate Director for Career Programming with the Center for Career Excellence. Joshua Michael Larson. Vanessa Adelaide Laria. Elizabeth Grace Lashway. Colby A. Loria, magna cum laude. Daniel C. Lother. Monica Lazaro. Tad M. Ledoux, honors in English. Alexandria Lee, cum laude. Branson M. Lee, cum laude. Lila Leonard, cum laude. Nev C. Lai, cum laude. Suzanne Brennan Lamoudou, magna cum laude. Owen K. Lillis, cum laude. Lily Locke. Al P. Logan, cum laude. Lydia Bradford Lucas, cum laude. Wedad Love.
Julie Lozano, cum laude. Kimberly S. Lucier. Jesse D. Lutz. Samuel Cabot Lyman. Colt Rodney Leindecker. Aiden D. McCauley, cum laude. Gavin W. McCauley, cum laude. Abigail F. McDonald, cum laude. Isaac Oakley McLeod, cum laude, honors in digital media and film. Finn W. Malanen, cum laude. Abriel E. Marcellus. Sarah M. Marchand. Michael L. Marinello, cum laude. Aiden P. Marler, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Crawford Marshall. Hunter J. Martin, magna cum laude. Brooke H. Martindale. Griffin Marks. Haiti Matos, cum laude. Jackson P. Morrow. Julie Marie Mazank. Tomas Mazura, cum laude. Alexander J. McGosher. Mary Grace McCann, cum laude. Chantel M. McCarthy, magna cum laude, honors in psychology. Reagan M. McCarthy, cum laude. Isla McClung. Catherine J. McCooey, cum laude. Heather Rose McDermott, magna cum laude. Darcy M. McDonough, cum laude. Nathan A. McFarland. Diploma cover presented by Nathan's parent, Amy DuBois, Chief Clerk of Financial Aid. Adam Marshall McGee. Thomas W. McGuire. Kaylin E. McCarney. Maya McKeever, cum laude. Ryan Preston McLaughlin. Maylee Hunter McMahon, magna cum laude, honors in performance and communication arts. Rhett M. Mercier, cum laude. Jeffrey Brian Mercelis. Nadyushka Nikki Mason. Charles Q. Meyer, cum laude, honors in political science. Charles J. Miley. Delaney Mattingly Ray Miller. Christian Mingown. Cirrus Exline Minovi. Morgan Eve Mishazik, cum laude. Arisa Miyajima. Joseph Thomas Moserine, magna cum laude. Grace Kaylee Mocknell, magna cum laude, honors in performance and communication arts. Max A. Mogul. Catalina May Montero, magna cum laude. Margaret O. Mooney, magna cum laude. Adeline Rose Moore. Nina Gordon Moore. Haley G. Moreland, magna cum laude. Nolan Robert Morris. Leah J. Maurissier.
Duncan A. Mugford. Brianna N. Mustafa. Mackenzie Ann Mustrate, cum laude. Oh, I'm so sorry. Madeline Mustrate, cum laude. I'm terribly sorry, Madeline. And it was in the box before. Ty Nakins, magna cum laude. Melina M. Nadari. Lisa Leonard Ngayungi. Ellie Marie Nichols, cum laude. Adelie N. Novak. Grace E. Okren, cum laude. Dylan Elizabeth O'Day, cum laude. Eric T. Adnaha. Brendan William O'Neill. Emma B. O'Neill. Joseph P. O'Neill. Riley F. O'Neill. Catherine E. O'Neill. Andrew Orn, magna cum laude. Thomas R. Auer. Emma Palumbo, cum laude. Annalise A. Panici. I believe that's Annalise Panici. Michael Dean Papacristo, Jr. Graham D. Paquette. Lawson C. Paquette. Alexis J. Parent, cum laude. Theo Parker, magna cum laude. Grayson Fox Pasquina. Evan F. Pastino, magna cum laude. Samuel Travis Payne. Liam T. Perkins. Dylan A. Phoenix, cum laude. Samantha J. Phillips. May L. Pittenger, cum laude. Aiden D. Plant, cum laude, honors in philosophy. Catherine Grace Plunkett. Ellie R. Pollard, cum laude. Desmond C. Pratt, cum laude. Margaret F. Pruitt. Anna Claire Postay, magna cum laude. Jack A. Queenan. Michaela M. Radishaw, cum laude. Esteban Jose Ramirez Reyes. Sydney Elizabeth Ramos, magna cum laude. Quinn C. Ratinsky, cum laude. Grace E. Rauch. Adrian B. Reed. Isabel T. Reiniger, magna cum laude. Hadley N. Reinke, magna cum laude, honors in chemistry. Sarah F. Reese. Leslie Reyes. Aaron M. Reynolds, cum laude. John David Reynolds III, cum laude. Matilda C. Rice, magna cum laude.
Callie Deborah Richards, cum laude. Diploma cover presented by Callie's parent, Deborah Richards, University Registrar. Marlia Elizabeth Richer, magna cum laude. Sadie Helene Reinheimer, cum laude. Benjamin S. Roach, cum laude. Alexandria R. Roberts, cum laude. Miles J. Robinson, cum laude. Harry John George Robson. Perry Rogers IV. Sabria Brown Rogendorf, magna cum laude. Taylor R. Rowland. David Rahm. Olivia Ronning, magna cum laude, honors in global studies. Ty D. Royal, cum laude, honors in mathematics. Lauren J. Rundell. Jed T. Saltis, magna cum laude, honors in digital media and film. Cole Foster Salyards, cum laude. Ryan David Sampson, magna cum laude. Lena Esther Sandler. Shantae Sappleton, cum laude. Trent D. Sargent, magna cum laude. Benjamin A. Scholes, cum laude. Violet Clarabelle Schwartz, cum laude. Eric S. Seltzer, magna cum laude, honors in data science. Shafan M. Shafi. Sebastian Oshak, cum laude. Paul J. Sheehan III, magna cum laude. Sarah M. Sheldon, magna cum laude. Joshua J. Spur, cum laude. Abigail M. Sikora. Jack Simak, magna cum laude, honors in computer science. Kelsey A. Simler, magna cum laude. Jacob R. D. Smalley. Colin Timothy Smith, cum laude. Emily Moon Smith, cum laude. Samuel Elias Smith, cum laude. Sebastian A. Soto. Jackson Spence, magna cum laude. Nina M. Spinney, magna cum laude. Lily Rose Irene St. Ange. Sydney Stamelman, magna cum laude. Catherine Costello Stannard, cum laude, honors in psychology. Zoe Starkey, cum laude. Eric P. Staropoli. Hillary Doris Ann Sterling. Samuel J. Sternhagen. John Alfredo Stevens. Nathaniel W. Stevens, cum laude. Emma E. Strack, magna cum laude. Malcolm S. Suarez. Molly A. Sullivan. Nora C. B. Sullivan. Haley Evelyn Sundstrom, magna cum laude. Kathleen M. Taberski. Yuna Tanaka. Cisco I. Tellez, cum laude.
Oops, I skipped one. Kali J. Topose Vasquez. Grace J. Therich, cum laude. Lily Bray Thomas, magna cum laude. Matthew Thompson. Alexander M. Tidd, cum laude. Nicholas J. Tiedemann, cum laude. Marion C. Tierney, magna cum laude, honors in digital media and film. Alden N. Tim, cum laude. Emma Catherine Tobin, cum laude. Caleb S. Torres, cum laude. Una C. Tracy. Owen J. Trela. Peter James Tully. Jillian Noel Terrell, cum laude. Lindsay R. Van Alstine. Molly Van Kampen, cum laude. Alana G. Vassar. Diploma cover presented by Alana's parent, Stacy Vassar, Organic Chemistry Lab Coordinator, Chemistry Department. Daniel J. Verastro II, magna cum laude. Samuel D. Vincent. Carlo J. Volpe. Sam L. Voder, magna cum laude. Kara Linda Vrendenberg. Rennie Waddell, cum laude, honors in philosophy. Maya G. Walquist. Lydia Marie Elizabeth Wamsgand. Finn J. Ward, honors in music. Grace A. Ward, magna cum laude. Elwood H. Warren Coolgan, magna cum laude, honors in philosophy. Royce Wasik, cum laude. Bailey Joe Webster, cum laude. Shelby K. Weeks, magna cum laude, honors in art and art history. Megan Weldon, magna cum laude, honors in history. Robert A. Wells, diploma cover presented by Robert's parents, Chris Wells, head women's hockey coach, and Kate Wells, associate director of Laurentian Engagement and Annual Giving. Connor Wick Eric, magna cum laude. Isabella C. Wilkinson. Jack Damon Wirtanen. Hin Sum Wong. Richard Wood, cum laude. Cameron J. Woods, cum laude. Thomas E. Woods, cum laude. Henry C. Worden, magna cum laude. Elisa Xiao, magna cum laude. Tenzin Yarfel, magna cum laude. Colin David Young, cum laude. Ian P. Young. Pedro Yupa Onganaraka. Yuchang Alice Zhang, cum laude. Zhang Zhang, magna cum laude, honors in mathematics, honors in statistics, honors in computer science. Adeline Elizabeth Simmons Ziobro. Tenzin Zomki, cum laude. Nisibibi Zubair, cum laude. Augustine Regani, magna cum laude. Michelle M. Masaga, cum laude. Katanu Kamanzi Mwendwa, magna cum laude. Roderick P. Mpofu, magna cum laude, honors in data science. Seamus W. O'Brien, cum laude.
President Morris, I have the great honor of presenting to you the academic leaders of the class of 2025. These are the individuals whose intellectual achievement has earned them their bachelor's degrees, summa cum laude, with highest honors. They are the standard bearers of our intellectual life together. The qualification for this honor is a grade point average of at least 3.85. I direct the usher to escort them forward. Jason Pratt Bergeron. Eva Michelle Bonzi. Autumn Kiyomi Bras. George Haralamabus. Honors in Data Science. Sarah E. Churchill. Gabrielle Catherine Cote. Sydney Corva Curley, honors in Environmental Studies and Government. Brandon Christopher Dixon, honors in Computer Science. Catherine Rose Finkbeiner, honors in Statistics. Elena Ellie Hale. Peyton S. Hamilton, honors in Computer Science. Carly E. Hansen. Erin Genevieve Harty. William A. Hoff, honors in Computer Science. Caitlin Marie Heinzman, honors in Statistics. Ethan S.R. Hu. Karis K. Hudson. Laura Ivosevich. Freya R. Johansson. Karma Lillian Kendall, honors in Computer Science, honors in Statistics. Karni Kushgarian, honors in Global Studies. Nora L. Kuddick, honors in Computer Science, honors in Statistics. Etta C. Lugers. Nadine Manasseh. Mackenzie G. Marcus. Madison Cole McCarthy, honors in History. Gabriella E. Molina. Tessa Elizabeth Monroe. Autumn M. Nealis. Misha Rachel O'Keen, honors in Performance and Communication Arts. Faith A.E. Alushigan. Melvin Kanaisa Onguko. William Garrett Finn Kerr Paulson. Bryn Lindy Pearson, honors in Political Science. Maya Pedersen. Broderick J. Pinto, honors in Data Science. Axel Robert Platch. Mitchell M. Sampson. Natalie C. Schock. Dexter B. Seeley, honors in Digital Media and Film. Anya Simich, honors in Computer Science. Ellison M. Stainerd. Jason C. Stacio, honors in Mathematics. Maya Brown Steinberg. Edvin Strandberg. Matthew K. Taylor. William J. Turner. Katie M. Van Dyke. Stella E. Van G. Kobe Villeneuve, honors in economics, mathematics combined. Mason Waite. Annika M. Waskowitz. Dixon Gibbs Waxter, Jr. Linnea Zentz, honors in performance and communication arts. Taylor Jaden Lum, honors in data science. Allison Nwala McCormick. Oh, oops. I am privileged to announce to you the recipients of the Trustee Academic Achievement Award. This award recognizes the one measurement of seriousness of purpose that is a strong record of excellence in course studies. I invite Chair of the Board of Trustees, Jennifer Curley-Reichert, to join President Morris as we extend the Trustee Academic Achievement Award to the two summa cum laude members of the senior class with a tie for the highest cumulative grade point average in 4 years of study at St. Lawrence. With a cumulative GPA of 4.0 and majoring in data science and minoring in chemistry, this year's co-winner of the Trustee Academic Achievement Award is Taylor Jaden Lum. With a cumulative GPA of 4.0 and double majoring in mathematics and psychology, this year's co-winner of the Trustee Academic Achievement Award is Allison Nwala McCormick. Graduates, families, and loved ones, Laurentians gathered here today and watching all around the world, let us celebrate with one more loud round of applause to the great St. Lawrence University class of 2025.
With all congratulations to the class of 2025, I'd now like to ask the co-president of the senior class, Anna Fitzgerald, to join me at the podium. Is she here? It's coming.
Thank you, President Morris. The St. Lawrence University Class of 2025 recognizes that gifts from alumni and families before us have helped shape our Laurentian experiences. Gifts to the university support many key areas, including scholarship, study abroad, athletics, and sustainability initiatives. Our class has experienced St. Lawrence University in a unique way, with resilience and camaraderie, having inspired faculty and staff, our families, and fellow Laurentians around the world. In the spirit of generosity, it is my honor to share the fundraising totals of the 2025 Senior Capstone Gift, which recognizes all philanthropy from members of the senior class, their families, and other members of the Laurentian community in honor of the graduating seniors since July 1st, 2024. Many of my classmates and I are wearing scarlet and brown honor cords, having supported the effort, which centered on establishing the Class of 2025 scholarship. This new scholarship, which will be given out to a deserving student next fall, highlights how our class breathed new life into campus, energizing faculty and staff while helping to reshape traditions and improve the student experience. Our capstone gift reflects our class, our values, and our love for St. Lawrence. With that, and a sense of gratitude, President Morris, I am pleased to add to the Class of 2025's legacy by presenting our senior capstone gift of $625,695 to St. Lawrence University. Thank you to my classmates, our families, friends, and supporters for their generosity and commitment to future Laurentians. Congratulations, Class of 2025. Thank you.
On behalf of future Laurentians, thank you to Anna and the members of Class of 2025 for this important gift on such a special day. Your generosity will benefit the students who follow in your footsteps, and it will help fuel the passions of generations of Laurentians in the future. It's now my pleasure to introduce Chair of the Board of Trustees, Jennifer Curley-Reichert, to induct you into the Alumni Association.
You did it. All the hard work over the past 4 years has paid off, and now, diploma in hand, you're ready to make the transition from student to proud graduate of St. Lawrence University. Today, you officially join the ranks of our alumni. Welcome. We are a proud, engaged alumni association and nationally recognized by the Princeton Review as one of the best alumni networks in the country. We are nationally recognized year over year because we support you every step of the way during your time here on campus and beyond. Alumni are mentors and offer internships and advice. They fund scholarships and improvements to this campus that we all love. They host SLU Connect and other networking events and gather to cheer on our hockey, lacrosse, and so many other of our teams. Most importantly, they provide a social and professional network readily available to you in whichever city or town you choose to live in after you leave St. Lawrence. They will help you land and start your next chapter. And now it's your turn. You're ready to join us, and we ask that you pay it forward. Say yes if you can to a student who wants to discuss your career. Say yes if you can to a prospective student who wants your advice. Say yes if you can to supporting the university that, believe me, will continue to have a meaningful impact on your life. So place that alumni sticker on your car with pride as you drive off campus. And remember, Laurentians really are everywhere. They will always stop and say hello and always make time for someone who has shared this special place. You did it. It's time to move your tassel from right to left. You are now a graduate of St. Lawrence University. Welcome to the alumni body. We are proud of you and can't wait to see what you will do next. Congrats.
So congratulations, class of 2025. Your degrees have been conferred, but you don't yet have your diplomas. And like the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz, you know how important those are. They are in Leathead Fieldhouse at the tables where you picked up your cards. But we have to get from here to there. And so, when the bagpipes begin, the US and Canadian flags will lead the platform party and the faculty. The New York State flag will then follow the faculty, and you, although we could not precess you in because the threat of rain, it doesn't seem to be raining so much now, so we're going to process you out. And so you will follow the New York State flag, and the St. Lawrence University flag will follow you, because you have to lead us into the future now. So I ask everyone to remain seated to allow this to happen as quickly as possible. So once the bagpipes get to the end of the aisle, they will stop playing, and that's when the ceremony is over. So I suggest all of you, the Leathead Fieldhouse is behind you to your left, except for those of you on the end. The easiest way from the floor to Leathead is through the overhead doors. Those of you upstairs can work through the corridors to get to Leathead Fieldhouse. Also there are banners for your various majors. Your faculty and staff from those departments will be there, and we want to wish you our own congratulations and have one last high five, one last hug before you go off on your further adventures, and we'd like to meet your families. So please find your department banners. They're around the perimeter, and we can all just eat cookies and have drinks and enjoy this last time that you will be together as a full class. And in this momentous moment, before you depart campus for your further adventures, I know you and all of us want to hear the school songs once again as you still sit as a full class. So the Laurentian singers will sing Chapel Bells, Tribute, and lead us all in the alma mater. After that, the bagpipes will begin, and we will process out and go have cookies. Thank you all. Congrats again, 25.
Evening chapel bells sing out the ending of each day. We wonder what the future tells when St. Lawrence bells no longer play. Slowly as the years pass by, each day the chapel bells will ring, singing our praises to the sky, echoing the love St. Lawrence brings. Chapel bells, sing out with joy. Mater, thoughts of whom our memory fills. To her we bow in reverence as we lay our tributes down before our dear Saint Lawrence. 'Neath the scarlet and the brown. Alma Mater, O Saint Lawrence, we are singing now of thee. May thy fair name dwell forever in our fondest memory. And when college days are over,